on a Saturday morning. Rise and shine. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. We've done it for years. Hopefully we'll keep doing it for years. Hopefully, as long as Wesh keeps me around. I always say that. You just, look, it's television. You just never know. How you doing, though? You having a good morning? I finished my coffee, so it's time for my protein shake. Hold on. Should I have done this before I started Coffee Talk? Yes. Would it have been more professional? Yes. Is it my style? No. Anyway, how you doing? A little gray out there this morning. I can multitask. We can chat while I'm wiping down my ice-ridden protein shake. Gray to start. This is a live look over at Disney Springs. It's warm, y'all. Like, we're used to this for the summer. But for March, yeah, this is not the norm, right? Right? Yeah, let's take a look at temperatures across town. Woke up to readings in the 70s. 73 right now in Orlando. It's 73 degrees in Kissimmee, 74 degrees in Claremont. No idea why Winter Haven's reading 80. It's been there for a while. I should just turn that off. It's obviously not 80 degrees yet. It will get to 80 pretty quickly today. Here's the high temperatures, okay? 11 o'clock will be to 81 degrees. 1 p.m., 86, 89. Our high temperature today. It's going to be hot. Frank, good morning to you. Norman, Marty, Marie, good morning. Good morning. Chris Pierce, how are ya? Terry, good morning. Yukon, it was humid walking the dogs. Oh, yeah. Stephanie says, that wouldn't be any fun. I know. If I wasn't just a complete train wreck with y'all, yeah, it's who I am. But now we can have Campeche. Okay, we're good now. We are good now. I had my coffee, so I've got to move on to my protein shake. Good morning to you. Frank Burris, how are you? Jeannie says, no way, Jose. Good morning to you. Oh, very good. Yeah, Chris, you definitely want to have the air conditioner ready to go today. Here's a look at the high temperatures around Central Florida. Uniform hot, right? I mean, the beaches are going to be like a little bit lower, but not much. 87 in Daytona Beach, 86 in New Smyrna Beach, 89 this afternoon. In Orlando, 87 degrees in the Villages. So it's going to be hot. As a matter of fact, I thought this was kind of interesting, okay? Looking at the peninsula, looking at the country, there are 8 records in jeopardy, 7 of which are right here in Central Florida. That's pretty funny. To me, at least. Yeah, all of our reporting stations are at least in jeopardy, along with like Lakeland, Winter Haven, that sort of thing. Here's the forecast. Here's the records for all perspective. 89 in Orlando, both forecast and record. That record goes back over 100 years, right? Sanford, you'll be real close to a record. Leesburg, you'll be. Daytona Beach, expecting a record there. Melbourne, yeah. So it's going to be a hot day in Central Florida. Jennifer's asking, where's the sun? Doo-doo-doo-doo. It's there. I mean, if I were to like go pull up, hold on. If I were to pull up the tower cam. Let me find it. I'll find it. You want some sun? You want some sun? You can't handle some sun. Hold on. Let me pull up the dialogue here. All right, so I saw it earlier in Ocala. Yeah, like blue sky there. Let's go to New Smyrna, see how things are there. Gray in New Smyrna. What about Daytona? All right, there's the sun. So there you go. Proof that it still exists. Proof that it's still there. Linda, not like summer. As in you don't like summer, or as in this is not like summer? Beverly says at least in summer the heat comes steadily. This 50 to 90s is torture. Yeah, I know. Lisa says, I cannot believe it will reach almost 90 degrees today. What's interesting, I thought this was kind of a neat little stat. So looking at the data, we know 90 degrees happens in Florida. But I thought it was kind of interesting. When do we usually get there for the first time? April 19th. So obviously this is early. But what's even more interesting is last year we actually hit 90 degrees earlier. It's March 9th. We've not hit 90 in Orlando yet. So, I mean, it's very possible that it happens today. But last year we had done that on March the 3rd. How do you like that. Yesterday we hit 88 degrees in Orlando. Today I think we'll hit 89 or even 90 degrees, which means it's great weather for all outdoor stuff. If you've got the pool heater, I turned my pool heater on this week. It's a great pool day. If you're heading over to the beach, I would say today is the better beach day, just because even though the water temperatures are cool, it's still going to feel great to walk the beach and throw your toes in the water, that sort of thing. 64 to 66 degree water temperature is a little chilly for me, but, you know, to each their own. You know, to each their own. The sun just makes it hotter. Yeah, well, and these, remember, the temperatures that we read are technically in the shade. That's what's, like, so difficult, is because we read temperature. Like, you're standing, like, a good example is tomorrow's forecast, okay? So, like, Bay Hill. Let's just take Bay Hill, for example. Okay? Forecast this weekend shows temperature hot today. Tomorrow, not as hot. But, like, it's 89 if you're under the tree. That's the actual temperature. You go into the sun, though, the UV rays are beating down on you. It'll feel even much hotter than that. So, you know, you kind of have to keep that in mind. But, you know, keep in mind, it's gorgeous. So if you're heading out to the Arnold Palmer Invitational, I think you're going to have a great forecast. If you're heading out to the last couple of days of bike week, I think you're going to be in luck. Yeah, showers are clearing tomorrow. It's going to be looking better. And all in all, when we look to the forecast, today with humidity, the feels like temperature will be 94 degrees. Tomorrow, not really talking about heat index values. Yeah. Love that. Mickey, congratulations. 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 That I love to see. That is good stuff. My heart is full. My little friends. It's yucky this morning, Crystal says. I know. It's not the best. It's just, you know, we're just starting the warmth. That's all. Look at Mickey. Look at you, Mickey. Love it. Brian says terrible weather. I don't know that I would venture so far as to say terrible. We've got a little bit of rainfall, right? Here's the 7-day forecast. We've got a little bit of rainfall. I wouldn't say it's terrible. You know? John says, I, for one, welcome the warmth. Is it bad I agree with you? Yeah. Apparently stay in the shade. I know, Frank, right? That's why I have my big floppy dad hat that I wear when I go to like the theme parks and stuff, because I don't want to deal with it. That's just me, though. The difference in temperature is the humidity. There's that, certainly. Crystal says, taking my kids for a surprise dinner. Ooh, that sounds fun. My God, I haven't done medieval times. When is that? Is that a 3rd grade field trip? Or at least when we were kids, Crystal? Was it a 3rd grade or a 4th grade field trip? I haven't been to medieval times since then. I feel like my kids, and I've not thought about that. I'm like Googling. Hold on. Sidebar, I'm not getting paid for this. But like, hold on. What is that?
Survival depends on your location.
Google.com. Medieval times Orlando. Like, what's the deal with medieval times anymore? Okay. Oh my God, that's not cheap. But it's entertainment, so you gotta, okay. A special event, maybe a spring break something. Ooh, what if there's a Groupon or something? Either way, that would be. I feel like my kids would love that. Have to check that out maybe for spring break or something. Whew. Nikki, your boys would love Pirates Dinner Adventure. I've not done any of those things. What else is there? I've never. I knew medieval times because of the theme park, because of the field trip I went on as a kid. But, James, for $68, I better be given a sword and some gear. I know, right? It's a lot. Oh, okay, so there is a code. All right, 15% off. Check Groupon. They usually have medieval times or pirate dinner show coupons. All right, now we're talking. Now we're starting to talk. Now we're getting there. They had to start paying for all the dismemberment. Yeah, right? Ay, 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 ay. Are you not entertained? Oh, wait, that's Rome. Never. Yeah. Carry on. Exactly. Yeah. That's different altogether. Oh, drop the Oldsmobile. That's more medieval times. If you get that reference, I'm impressed. Wanted 70s to work out today, but 89 forecast means early outdoors for grass and replanting of trees. Yeah, Joanne. Do the stuff early. Take care of yourself early, for sure. No? Nobody got the drop the Oldsmobile reference? Somebody? Oh, well. And folks complain about all the prices are expensive. But you have to understand, too. Yeah, you have to understand, too, like, these things do cost money. Like, they have to pay the staff, train the staff, the facilities. So, there is definitely a ratio there. It's not stuff you're going to do every day. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Nobody got the drop the Oldsmobile reference. No. It was a reference to Army of Darkness. Yeah. Anyway, I'm an Evil Dead fan, so it's okay. Andy's asking, why is today hotter than summer? It's not. Remember, summer in Central Florida is like 92 to 95 degrees. So we're not there. That's right. Boom, baby. That's right. Ash. Yeah. I forgot about Army of Darkness. See, Taylor? See? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to dust off that brain of yours. Memory unlocked. See? Evil Dead. Ash. Shop smart. Shop S-smart. Anyway, I'm done. Okay. So, yeah, it's not as hot as summer. It just feels like it. Now, why does it feel like it? Let's look at that. I'm really glad that I don't have to stay on task with this. Otherwise, I'd be fired by now. So cold front is north and west of us, but we've got this like warm wind coming up from the south. And thus, today is hot. Then the cold front moves through overnight. And thus, looking ahead to tomorrow, not as hot. It's that mild northerly breeze. I like just about everything with Bruce Campbell. You gotta love Bruce Campbell, man. Seriously, you gotta love Bruce Campbell. Taylor says, my brain is the equivalent of a smashed egg on the sidewalk at the end of July. Oh my God, that's a lot. It's a lot to unpack in that, in that comment. Yowza. Okay. All right. I don't know why the 7 days sometimes when I try to click it gets goofy. It's seemingly only the 7 day. Yeah. I perceived 99 degrees and 100% humidity when I was mowing lawns. Yeah. In the Poltergeist, they used a 77 Oldsmobile Custom Cruiser. Yeah. I've never seen Poltergeist. Probably should. Feels like it feels it because we've had a colder winter, I think. I don't think that we've had a colder winter. If we look at, all right, give me a sec. All right, I can do this here. Give me a second and we can calculate this all. Climo SCASIS. Okay. Give me a second and I'll pop it up on the screen and we can look at the data together. All right. Actually, we can't because it's going to... I don't think I have a white... Hold on, because... Hold on a second. This is just very funny. New content, studio scene. Because the web browser is transparent because of the way that they built it. So I have to literally put a white graphic underneath it. This is very funny. This is very cheesy. All right, it works. Okay. Single station. Let's see. Time series for day. Monthly, seasonal time series. Maximum temp. Mean. And we're going to do winter. Average of... We'll try that. And we'll do MCOTHR. Okay. All right, so if I did this correctly, okay, let me just scoot this around. If I did this correctly, I'll enlarge it. Hold on. All right, so if I did this correctly, what we're seeing here is the average winter temperature of 23 and 24 was 73.3. The average temperature was 77.1. Am I reading that right? Oh, that's the maximum temperature mean. If we go to the minimum temperature mean, it was, okay, so it was a little cooler. If we hit average temperature, let's just do average. So it was a little warmer last year in the afternoons, but the average temperature, okay, all right, so there's the answer, right? So the average temperature through the season was 63.6 versus 66 last year. There you go. Always fun to find that perspective. See? So it was a little cooler. Love that. Love that for us. Looks like rain chance went down for today. It did. Well, it did. You know, the idea, and I'll pull up the Futurecast. Give me a few seconds here to get back out of the web browser. See, I'm doing all of this on my MacBook Pro, which is great. But when I do turn things around, there's buttons I have to push. Okay, all right. Futurecast for today. First off, you'll notice through lunchtime we're good. Into about the early afternoon, it's trying to dial up a couple of little showers out east of town. And then we're quiet again. And then after like 8, 9 o'clock, we'll watch some rains moving in overnight tonight. Doesn't look like much, but some showers around. Tomorrow morning, perhaps some showers, and then that clears out, and we're looking good for tomorrow. I will say, though, when we look at today's forecast, typing the things, when we look at today's forecast, okay, we've got that big storm system north of us, that cold front. It's bringing severe weather currently to much of the southeastern United States. Now, by the time it gets to us, it will be significantly weaker. There are tornado watches posted from the Florida Panhandle all the way over to coastal Georgia. That is the area that is today under a level 2 out of 5 risk for scattered strong to severe storms. And maybe we'll get an isolated stronger storm in our northern areas, but really this should be fading out as it marches closer and closer to us here in central Florida. So concern is not really there. We'll certainly be watching just to keep tabs on everything. Debbie says, we get to change our clocks in spring ahead. Oh my God, we're so excited. Yeah, we get to do that. Taylor says, you haven't seen Poltergeist? Fired, sir. You are fired. I know. Look, you're not the first person to fire me. You're not the first person I've disappointed today. Oh, boy. Yeah, we didn't have a hard freeze, Terry. Terry's mentioning that we hadn't had a hard freeze yet. In Orlando, we didn't have a freeze. I didn't have to cover up my sensitive plants once this year. Love that. So with the storms coming and it's still winter, would today be a hazy shade of winter? Ah, Mike, I see what you did there. They're here. Cindy, Mom will be flying from Denver today, arriving around 7. Does it look like she'll fly through some nasty weather? They won't vector her through nasty weather. She may get a little bumpy on the way in, but yeah, it won't be too bad. That movie made TV static so scary as a kid. I mean, I would say, like, all of the pop culture references I'm aware of. I just haven't seen the movie. Oh, my God. Shauna says, I'm smoking a corned beef roast to make pastrami. It looks delicious, so why not? That sounds awesome. Like, that sounds awesome. Who's here, the TV people? Yeah, see, y'all aren't afraid of me. I'm a TV people. Maybe you should be afraid of me. Victoria says you got to see the movie. I've got to see the movie. You got to see the baby, Jerry. Yeah, I'll see the movie. At some point, I'll see the movie. When my kids get older, I'll take them on a tour of, horror movies, and I'll add that to the list. Lizzo. We got Lizzo in the room. Lizzo Cuba. Is it a good pool day? Yeah, it's a good pool day. 89 degrees, the high temperature today. I give today a great on the pool day scale. Also, we got Lizzo in the room. Cindy says, well, I wasn't afraid before, but I am now. You should be. You should be. I have a good story about the first time my oldest kid saw the original Halloween. Oh, boy. Sonia, I'm just glad we aren't up in northern Florida today. I mean, you know, a couple of storms are there. Jeannie says, well, when Eric gets riled out. Yeah, when I get riled out, you know what I mean? No. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Thank you for getting it. Yeah, Terry, it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot. Not too hot to handle. We can handle it, but it's going to be a toasty day. And then it's just ironic when we roll to the spring forward, but the temperatures go back to spring kind of thing. You're about as scary as a teddy bear in a ghost costume. That's funny. That's also adorable. Yukon says I was 5 or 6 when I saw Poltergeist. It's not true, Slasher. Okay. I was trying to head out to fly-in breakfast at Valiant in Titusville, but couldn't get the hubby and Munchkin moving fast enough. Oh, man. It's funny. I would like to fly into that one day. Yeah. Spicy Eric hasn't come out to play in a while. I feel like I came out the other day. Yeah, Jeannie points out in those green tights, very scary. Yeah. Look. Everybody has different sides of them. We're all like onions. Tammy says, my 3-year-old grandson loves Scream, has a ghost face mask, and loves scaring his grandma. That's hilarious. I love that. I love that so much. All right, we got a couple of minutes until the Today Show cut-in. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Barb, he was out with Tony the other night. I feel like I was out, was it yesterday morning or 2 days ago? I came out to play. The Feisty Me came out to play this week. I think they do it once a month, and the food selection sounded great. Cindy says, Poltergeist never scared me. It, however, that's a different story. My crippling fear of clowns started with that one. Oh, my God, that's funny. Yeah. Merritt Island's very busy, though. Yeah. Taylor says, my middle kid likes to do a back-end crab walk. After. Oh, my gosh, that's funny. A back bend. I'm like, what's a back end? A back bend. I got it. Debbie says, yeah, you were definitely feisty the other day. Right, I was feisty. Right. It's about that time. Yeah, it's about that time. Steph, can you take a look at the first weekend in April? I'll have to do it tomorrow. I'm literally out of time. Why? What's in the first week in April?
You tell me.
Somebody has something going on. We'll do it tomorrow. I'll look tomorrow. I'm out of time. Yukon says, Eric, I dare you to fly and land at Cape Canaveral. If they let me, that's restricted airspace, son. I do not want to get any number of bad things. Listen. Let me tell you something. You work too hard to get the card. You don't want to lose that. All right? Love and marriage go together like one. All right, enough. You can still ask for permission, though. Sometimes they let you in. All right, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. We're going to go do some TV, and I will see y'all. You'll be in the jail or the funny farm. That's kind of where I belong right now. I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock on the dot. Sound good? Taylor, earbug. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.